In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to create a simple model like this with a nice transition when opening and closing the model. If you like this kind of tutorials, please consider subscribing. Alright, let's get to the code. Here we have an empty CodePen project, and let's start first with the HTML. We're going to have a button which will trigger the model, it will open the model. This button, let's give it an ID of open, which we're going to use later to target it in the JavaScript. Let's add a name, something like, I don't know, click me please. And we're going to create the model. This will have a wrapper, a model container, which will go full width and full height. And inside it, we're going to have a white box, which will be actually the model containing the text and the button. We're going to have the model container. Inside it, we're going to have the model, which will be the white box, the wrapper. And here, let's add an H1. Models are, let's add a cool emoji. And inside the paragraph, some lorem ipsum. Okay, some dummy text. And we're going to have a button which will close the model. Close me. This will also have an ID of close. Alright, so we're going to click this button which will open the model. This will close it. We're also going to have an ID of model container here because we need to target the model in order to toggle the open and close states. And now we can continue with the CSS. First, let's set the box sizing of border box. Okay, let's get a font. We're going to have a font of Poppins, and this font will be applied on the body. Font, family, Poppins, sans serif. Now the font is changed and it looks much better. Let's set a background color on the body, EDEEF6, some grayish color. Let's remove first the model because we don't want to see it initially. So model container will be displayed none. We want to hide it and we want to center this button. In order to center the button, we're going to apply the three magic flex centering option. Let's add display flex, align item center, justify content center, a minimum height on the body of 100 viewport heights, and let's remove the margin. And now the button is nicely centered. Next, let's style the button. We want to give it a background color of a nice gray color, 47A386. Alright, something like that, a color of white. Let's remove the border radius 5 pixels, some padding, 10 pixels, 25 pixels. Let's add a box shadow so we have it look like it's 3D. Box shadow 0, 2 pixels, 4 pixels, RGBA 0000.2, something like that. And now you can see it has a slight box shadow there. Okay, so all this was meant to style the button to make it look better. We can even add a bigger font size of 14 pixels. Alright, now it looks better. When we click this button, we want to show the model. But first, let's style this. In order to have the content of the model to cover the entire page, we will going to add position fixed. Top 0, left 0, and we want it to cover the entire screen. So we're going to have width 100 viewport widths and height 100 viewport heights. Now we can't see anything, but if we're going to put background color white, you will see that it covers the entire screen. Let's give this model an opacity. So instead of white, let's make it RGBA 000.3. And now it looks like it's covering the body, which is what we want. For the model, which contains everything, let's add the background color of white so we can see where it is positioned. Awesome. In order to position this model, which is actually our model, the model container is just a wrapper which will cover the entire page. We're going to do the same thing we did on the body to center with these three properties. Display flex, align item center, justify content center. And now everything is nicely centered here. We can even put a fixed width on the model, like 600 pixels, and a max width of 100% to keep it nicely in the center. The max width 100% will make sure that it will be kept inside the browser width, so it won't go outside. Now let's add a bit of padding here on the model to make it look better. Something like 30 pixels, 50 pixels. Maybe have a border radius of 5 pixels, and we can even copy the box shadow we applied on the button to make it look even better. Alright, let's center everything with text align center, and we're pretty much done with the styling. We can do some improvements. For example, on the model H1, let's remove the margin, and maybe on the model paragraph we can give it an opacity of 0.7 just to make it stand out a little bit. And let's change the font size, 14 pixels. Okay, now it looks much better. Awesome. But the issue is now that the model is always visible and on top of everything. That's why by default we want to hide it. And how we're going to hide it? Well, we're going to apply opacity 0 on it. Opacity 0. And now the model is hidden. But there's an issue. We can't click anything on the screen because although the model is hidden, it's still on top of everything. You can see we can select text here, but we can't click this green button. In order to fix this, we can set the pointer events to be none. And now we can click through it because it doesn't capture the pointer events. So now we can nicely click the button, but the button doesn't do anything. So let's add the JavaScript and toggle the model. We need to target the three elements. We have the button open, the button close, and the model container. So let's target this. All right. We want const, and here document get element by ID. And we're going to paste in the ID for each of those. Okay, good. Now, there are two things we want to do. First, on the open button, we want to add an event listener on the click event. And when we're clicking, we're going to show the model. So let's target this. We're going to add a class. Class list add show. We haven't added a class yet, but we're going to add it in a second. And on the close, guess what? We're going to remove this class. So now whenever we're clicking the open button, we're going to add a class of show on the model, which will show the model. How? Well, we're going to select the model container, and when it has the show class, like this, we want the opacity to be 1 and pointer events to be auto. This is the default. So we're setting back the default. All right, let's see if this works. We're clicking the button and the model appears. We're clicking the close button and the model disappears. How easy is that? So again, we have the open button. When we're clicking it, we just apply the class of show. When we're clicking the close button, we remove the class of show. And the class of show just sets the opacity back to 1. We can even have a nice transition, so it's not just popping up on the screen. So we can use transition on the opacity for 0.3 seconds and an ease. And now when we're clicking, you can see that the model nicely fades in and fades out, which is pretty cool. Alright, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!